Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Mademoiselle Lynna, and you can find me online at www.scottishsunflower.com. Today, we are here for Folktale Friday. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. You guys are in for a special treat today, as I am going to read the first 3 chapters of my book, The Magic of Gnomes. If you enjoy what you hear, I would really appreciate you purchasing the book via the link that is in the description of this video. Also, for a limited time, it is available for free on Kindle Unlimited, which is also in that very same link. All right, so off we go. And the first chapter is Introduction to Gnomes. Gnomes have long fascinated and captured the imagination of people across different cultures and mythologies. In this chapter, we will delve into the mysterious world of gnomes, exploring their history, folklore, and their place in various mythologies and cultures around the world. The origins of gnomes can be traced back to ancient Greek mythology, where they were known as daimons, or protective spirits of the earth. These daimons were believed to inhabit various natural landscapes, guarding and nurturing the earth's bounty. Similarly, in Roman mythology, they were called genus Loci, representative of specific locations and associated with the protection of those places. As time passed, the concept of gnomes expanded across Europe during the Middle Ages, where they became a prominent feature in folklore, particularly in Germanic and Scandinavian traditions. In these stories, gnomes were depicted as underground dwellers, often living in mines or hidden within the earth. They were believed to possess great knowledge of the natural world and were often associated with the guardianship of treasures and precious minerals. Gnomes also found their way into popular literature and fairy tales, with authors such as the Brothers Grimm and Hans Christian Andersen featuring them in their stories. These tales further solidified the image of gnomes as mischievous yet helpful beings, often aiding humans in their task or offering guidance in times of need. Throughout history, gnomes have been seen as guardians of the earth and its natural resources. They are believed to have a deep connection with the elemental forces of nature, particularly earth and stone. Their close association with the earth grants them the ability to navigate and manipulate the hidden realms beneath the surface. In different cultures, gnomes have been given various names and characteristics. In Celtic folklore, for example, they are known as Sidhe, or fairy folk who dwell in hidden mounds. These beings were believed to possess magical powers, and their interaction with humans could bring good fortune or misfortune, depending on the situation. Excuse me. Moving north, in Scandinavian folklore, gnomes are known as tomti or nisi. These beings are often depicted as bearded little men wearing colorful clothing and pointed hats. They are closely associated with farms and households, and farmers would often leave offerings such as a bowl of porridge to ensure the tomte's goodwill and blessings. In return, the tomte would protect the farm and its inhabitants from harm and ensure a bountiful harvest. Gnomes are not limited to European folklore and mythology alone. In Latin American cultures, we find the dundes, mischievous and playful gnomes associated with freshwater sources. These water spirits are believed to have power to heal ailments and bring good fortune to those who encounter them. However, crossing paths with Dante without proper respect or caution may result in pranks or mischief being played. In African mythology, specifically within the Sand people of the Kalahari Desert, there are legends of Nugki, small spirit beings closely resembling gnomes. These Nugki are seen as protectors of the Sand people and are said to have the power to reveal hidden knowledge and protect them from the evil spirits. The Sand people believe that the Nugki guide them through the harsh desert terrain and aid them in finding food and water. Gnomes also hold a place in modern popular culture, often depicted in artwork, literature, and even garden decor. They continue to captivate the imagination of people around the world, enchanting us with their mysterious nature and connection to the natural world. The folklore and mythology surrounding gnomes have evolved and adapted across cultures, but their essence as guardians of the earth and its resources remain consistent. Gnomes represent the balance between the human world and the natural world, reminding us of the importance of living in harmony with our environment. So join me as we embark on a journey to uncover the ancient and enchanting world of gnomes, where folklore and reality intertwine in a magical dance. Chapter 2: The Origins of Gnomes. Exploring the mythical origins of gnomes is a fascinating journey that takes us across various cultures and different interpretations. These diminutive creatures have captivated the imaginations of humans for centuries, leaving behind a legacy of folklore and legends that continue to intrigue us today. In European folklore, gnomes are often associated with the earth and hidden underground realms. One popular belief is that gnomes originated from Greek mythology, specifically from the nature spirits known as the daimons. These spirits were said to inhabit the earth and maintain the balance of nature, but as civilizations developed and moved further away from their agricultural roots, the belief in these spirits slowly transformed. Over time, the daimons evolved into the gnomes we know today, dwelling within the depths of the earth, protecting underground treasures and plants. As guardians of the earth, gnomes developed a profound connection to the natural world, nurturing the soil and plants while ensuring their growth and fertility. On the other hand, Nordic folklore introduced us to the concept of dwarves, which are often associated with gnomes in popular culture. Dwarves were believed to be a master craftsman, forging powerful weapons and exquisite jewelry deep within their underground kingdoms. These dwarves were known for their skilled craftsmanship and their affinity for mining and metals. However, as time went on, there was a gradual shift in the perception and representation of dwarves. Some legends suggest that these dwarves, with their inherent connection to the earth, eventually evolved into gnomes as they became more attuned to nature. In this transformation, the gnomes embraced their role as guardians of the earth, shifting their focus from material wealth to a harmonious coexistence with the natural world. In other cultures, such as Slavic and Celtic mythology, gnomes were seen as helpful entities, acting as guardians of the natural world. In Slavic folklore, for example, they were called domovoi and were considered household spirits that protected the home and its inhabitants. Similarly, in Celtic mythology, gnomes were known as leprechauns, mischievous yet resourceful beings that guarded hidden pots of gold at the end of rainbows. Despite their occasional trickery, These gnomes were ultimately seen as beneficial to humans, providing guidance and protection. Due to their close association with the earth, many cultures believed that gnomes possessed a deep understanding of herbs and healing, making them sought-after advisors for their knowledge in these areas. Gnomes were often consulted for remedies and guidance in matters of health and well-being, their wisdom recognized and respected by the communities they served. It is important to note that interpretations of gnome origins may vary across different cultures. While some may portray them as benevolent beings closely related to the earth, others depict them as mischievous little creatures, often associated with pranks and trickery. These diverse beliefs only add to the intrigue and complexity of the gnome mythos, showcasing the multifaceted nature of human imagination and cultural expression. As we delve further into the origins of gnomes, we discover a rich tapestry of legends and tales, each painting a unique picture of these mystical beings. Exploring the different interpretations across cultures allows us to gain a deeper appreciation for the diverse ways in which humans have sought to understand and interact with the natural world. These varying viewpoints also highlight the interconnectedness of human culture, as similar concepts reappear in different parts of the world, shaping our collective mythology and folklore. Whether they are seen as protectors of the earth, mischievous tricksters, or wise advisors, gnomes continue to captivate our imaginations and remind us of the enchantment that can be found in the world around us. As we continue our exploration, we will uncover more about the fascinating society and culture of these mystical creatures. Join me in the next chapter as we delve into the depths of gnome society and uncover their intriguing way of life. Chapter 3: Gnome Society and Culture. Gnomes, as fascinating creatures, have a rich society and culture that is deeply rooted in their affinity for nature and their unique way of life. In this chapter, we will delve further into the intriguing world of gnome society, explore their communal living, social structure, and customs, and gain a deeper understanding of their daily lives and traditions. 1. Gnomish dwellings and living arrangements. Gnomes choose their dwellings with great care, ensuring they blend harmoniously with the natural surroundings. They often reside in cozy, comfortable homes built into hillsides, beneath the roots of ancient trees, or within the hollows of rocks or cliffs. Gnome dwellings are typically adorned with intricate carvings and handcrafted decorations, reflecting the gnome's love for art and attention to detail. Within these dwellings, communal living spaces and private quarters exist. Gnomes have a strong sense of community and often share common areas for meals, socializing, and storytelling. Private quarters, though smaller, provide each gnome with their personal space for reflection, rest, and solitude. 2. Social structure and hierarchy. Gnome society operates on a hierarchical structure with a clear division of roles and responsibilities. At the head of each gnome community is the elder gnome, a wise and experienced gnome who acts as the leader and decision maker. The elder gnome is chosen based not only on their wisdom, but also on their ability to empathize, listen, and guide the community through the challenges of gnome life. They serve as a unifying figure, respected and revered by all gnomes. Below the elder gnome, there are various other roles and positions that contribute to the functioning and well-being of the community. Gatherers, gnomes with a deep understanding of plants, herbs, and foraging techniques. They are responsible for gathering food, medicinal plants, and other natural resources necessary for the community's survival. These gnomes possess knowledge of the nutritional and healing properties of various plants, allowing them to sustain the community's well-being. Builders and engineers. Gnomes skilled in construction and engineering. They possess a remarkable ability to work with natural materials, using them to create sturdy dwellings and infrastructure. These gnomes also specialize in the design and construction of bridges, pathways, and other essential structures within the gnome communities. Artisans and craftsmen. Gnomes with a talent for craftsmanship and creativity. They take great pride in their ability to work with their hands and create intricate art, sculptures, pottery, and textiles. These artisans often gather inspiration from the natural world around them, incorporating elements of flora and fauna into their creations. Each piece is not only aesthetically pleasing, but also serves a functional purpose. Guardians and protectors. Gnomes tasked with protecting the community from potential threats. They possess impressive knowledge of self-defense techniques, camouflage, and possess a deep understanding of nature, which they use to maintain the security and integrity of the gnome community. These guardians are responsible for maintaining a watchful eye over the village, ensuring the safety of their fellow gnomes. 3. Interactions, relationships, and folklore. Gnomes foster close relationships within their communities, often referring to each other as family. They have an innate sense of kinship and care for their fellow gnomes, creating a strong support system within the community. Each gnome plays a vital role in the community's survival, contributing their unique skills and abilities to the overall well-being of the group. Gnomes engage in lively discussions, debates, and storytelling sessions. These exchanges serve as a means of communication, bonding, and passing down ancestral wisdom. Gnome communities are vibrant, filled with laughter, compassion, and genuine concern for one another. Folklore and tales of old are deeply ingrained in gnome culture. From generation to generation, gnomes pass down stories of legendary heroes, mythical creatures, and fabled lands. These tales not only serve as a form of entertainment, but also act as a reminder of the importance of bravery, resilience, and creativity. Gnomes often gather around the fire in the evenings, eagerly listening to the elders as they enchant them with stories of the past. 4. Arts, crafts, festivals, and music. Gnomes possess a deep appreciation for the arts and take great pride in their craftsmanship. They have honed their skills over centuries to create beautiful and functional works of art that reflect their connections to nature. Gnome-made sculptures capture the essence of animals, plants, and mythical beings, while their pottery reflects the flowing lines and colors found in the natural world. Gnomes celebrate their creativity through joyous festivals, which often coincide with the changing seasons or significant natural events. These gatherings include music, dance, storytelling, and feasting. Gnomes take great pleasure in showcasing their artistic talents during these festivals, displaying their crafts, and engaging in friendly competitions to celebrate their collective skills. The festivals reinforce their connection to nature, the cycles of life, and serve as a reminder of the importance of communal harmony. 5. Nature, conservation, and ecological balance. Gnomes deeply respect nature and consider themselves stewards of the natural world. Their ability to communicate with animals and plants allows them to forge a unique symbiotic relationship with their environment. Gnomes possess a vast knowledge of the ecosystems they inhabit, understanding the interconnections between various species and the delicate balance necessary for coexistence. Through this knowledge, gnomes ensure the preservation of the land and its inhabitants. They practice sustainable agriculture, cultivating crops without depleting the soil or disrupting the natural balance. Gnomes are known for their meticulous gardening skills, creating lush and abundant garden spaces that act as a haven for local wildlife. In addition to sustainable practices, gnomes actively participate in conservation efforts. They educate themselves and others on the importance of preserving biodiversity, protecting habitats, and minimizing their impact on the environment. Gnome communities often set aside designated protected areas within their territories and work collaboratively to restore degraded ecosystems. 6. Gnome traditions, superstitions, and rituals. Gnomes have rich traditions that have been passed down through generations, blending myth, magic, and practical wisdom. They believe in the power of luck, symbols, and omens, intertwining their daily lives with these beliefs. Traditions play a significant role in gnome culture, serving as a way to honor their beliefs, connect with the natural world, and maintain their spiritual connections. For example, during the solstice, gnomes gather to light moon candles, creating a mystical ambiance that serves as a beacon to guide lost souls towards the light. Gnomes also leave offerings to the forest and water spirits, expressing gratitude and seeking their guidance and protection. These traditions reinforce the gnomes' belief in the interconnectedness of all beings and their desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with the unseen forces of nature. Gnomes also have their share of superstitions, believing in the significance of certain signs, omens, and the power of charms and amulets. These superstitions serve as a reminder to stay connected to their intuition and maintain awareness of the world's subtle energies. Understanding gnome society and culture provides a glimpse into the enchanting world they inhabit. Through their strong sense of community and their deep connection to nature, gnomes have developed a way of life that is grounded in harmony and balance. Their society functions on the principles of cooperation, mutual respect, and a shared responsibility for the well-being of their community and the natural world around them. 7. Education and learning. Gnome education is a lifelong journey, driven by a profound curiosity and thirst for knowledge. Gnomes believe that learning is not limited to formal institutions, but is a constant process that occurs through observing, experiencing, and sharing wisdom with others. Gnome children are encouraged to explore their surroundings, ask questions, and engage in hands-on learning. They learn about the plants and animals in their environment, discovering their characteristics, behaviors, and uses. Elders and skilled gnomes within the community take on the role of mentors, passing on their expertise and experiences to the younger generation. Gnome education encompasses a wide range of subjects, including botany, natural medicine, ecology, craftsmanship, self-defense, and storytelling. As gnomes grow older, they choose areas of specialization based on their skills, passions, and the needs of the community. Their collective knowledge enriches the community, and ensures the preservation of gnome culture and wisdom. 8. Gnome relationships with other species. Gnomes have a unique relationship with the animal and plant kingdoms. Their ability to communicate with animals allows them to coexist harmoniously and gain valuable insights into the natural world. Gnomes often have animal companions or familiars who accompany them on their journeys. These animals, whether real or mythical, serve as guides, protectors, and sources of companionship. Gnomes believe that animals possess their own wisdom and consciousness, and they treat them with respect and care. Gnomes also form symbiotic relationship with plants, using their knowledge of botany to cultivate gardens and medicinal herbs. They have a deep understanding of the healing properties of various plants and use them to treat ailments and maintain their well-being. 9. Gnome language and communication. Gnomes have their own language known as Gnomish, which is a melodic and expressive form of communication. It is an intricate language that incorporates a variety of sounds, gestures, and even telepathy. Gnomish words often reflect the natural world, with sounds mimicking the rustling of leaves or the chirping of birds. In addition to spoken language, gnomes communicate through subtle movements, expressions, and eye contact. They have developed a highly refined system of nonverbal communication, allowing them to convey complex emotions and ideas without the need for words. Gnomes also have a unique telepathic ability that enables them to communicate with each other over short distances. This form of communication is often used in situations where silence is necessary or during times of danger. 10. Gnomish spirituality and connection to the divine. Gnomes have a deep spirituality that is rooted in their reverence for the natural world. They believe in the existence of an unseen divine energy that permeates all living beings and forms of life. Gnome spirituality is not attached to any specific deity or religious dogma, but is a personal and intimate relationship with the sacredness of nature. Gnomes engage in rituals, ceremonies, and meditation practices to connect with the divine and seek guidance and protection. They believe that the natural world is a reflection of the divine and that by immersing themselves in nature, they can access higher states of consciousness and tap into the wisdom of the universe. Gnomes also attribute spiritual aspects to their creative pursuits, viewing art and craftsmanship as a form of spiritual practice. They believe that by pouring their energy and intentions into their creations, they infuse them with a divine essence, making them both beautiful and spiritually potent. In conclusion, Gnome society and culture are inextricably intertwined with their deep respect and love for nature. Their communal living, social structure, arts, rituals, and spirituality all contribute to the harmonious and balanced way of life that defines gnome existence. By nurturing their connection to the natural world and each other, gnomes have created a society that holds wisdom, creativity, and harmony at its core. Chapter 4. Gnome Magic. Oops, I said I was only going to read 3 chapters. So if you'd like to know more about gnome magic and other topics, be sure to click on the link in the description box below. I hope that you have enjoyed today's folk tale. If you did enjoy it and you feel others will as well, please feel free to share this video. And don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys back here next week. Love you bunches. Bye-bye.